The Tea Party has done little with politics? Really? I'd like to point out that I think they've done an awful lot. In the last 2 years, Tea Party candidates are racking up victories against establishment Republicans. The Tea Party movement is so powerful that even the Democrats are afraid to take Obama's endorsement. 2 years ago, you could have sent them a photo of his shoe, and 10,000 people would have shown up. I'm going to pass out as a photo of Obama's shoe. Now, hey. Democratic candidate in Rhode Island actually said this. Democrat said this about Obama's endorsement. Watch.
I never asked for President Obama's endorsement. He could take his endorsement and really shove it as far as I'm concerned.
Rhode Island, keeping it classy. I want to make sure that you don't lose heart. You can't be tricked into thinking that your vote doesn't matter. It does. So much is at stake. America is at a crossroads, and it will determine her future identity. There is a big change coming. The seasons are changing, and it really begins after this election. We're at the beginning. We're not the end. We're at the beginning. So I want you to ask yourself this. I want you to answer them out loud. What will you choose? Say it out loud. Do you want a government for the elites, of the elites, and by the elites, or a government for the people, of the people, and by the people? Which is it? A system on the road to state capitalism, which is a cute little term that that's communist China. Ooh, did I say communism again? They're now calling communism state capitalism. It's where the world is headed, you know. State capitalism. Do you want state capitalism where only the real rich and powerful make the decisions? It's all about graft, greed, and who you know. Or a country where the little guy can have an idea and cause those global titans to cower. Because on the battlefield of ideas, David walks up to Goliath once in a while with a rock in his hand, and it looks a little something like Twitter. When we're handling our differences, do you want one where it's violence and chaos and intimidation? This is what they're doing in Europe now. This is what SEIU's doing. Or do you want peace and civil, honest, respectful debate? Which is it? Are we still a nation that believes in God? Do we believe in things that have been true for thousands of years, and every single time? Read Gibbons, man. Read about Rome. Every time it's the same story. Do we believe in him anymore? Or is that just outdated, intolerant nonsense that we should ignore? Just so we don't offend anyone. Shh, keep that to yourself. Do we believe in a corrupt system that encourages and entices dirtbags who only care about themselves, their power, to run for office? Or do we restore trust? We hold people accountable. Do you believe the American experiment has failed and people are not capable of making good choices on their own? Or do you believe if people stop concentrating on their rights and pick up their responsibilities, the founders' ideas work and people should have maximum liberty and that Americans are still good, decent people? There is a clear choice, but it's too big of a choice to leave for the fringes on both sides to decide. Don't be duped by the fringes. That's where the crazies are. That's where the dangerous people are. The global elites and the anarchists. It's appropriate that this election is happening so close to Halloween because every day we are unmasking the villains. You are too. You can see it. It's all the same people. I started with Richard Trumka. And this ad, it's Richard Trumka, it's AFL-CIO. Do you remember the illegal immigrants going door to door for votes in Seattle? I told you about them just a minute ago. Well, who organized them? Well, we did the work on this one. Nobody else did. Strange, isn't it? It's One America. If you look at I Am an American, if you look at One America, who are their sponsors? I mean, One America kind of sounds to me like One Nation. Remember the 10-2-10 rally? Had all those crazy Marxists, funded by tithes. It's weird because One America, here we go. Can you bring it in here? Tides Foundation. Oh, UAW. Look at all of the, that's weird, and unions too. It's also funded by, the Open Society Institute. That's George Soros. Isn't that, here's SEIU. Isn't that, what are the odds? Open Society Institute most recently gave $100,000 over 2 years to the group for general support. George Soros, is that you? America, you just keep seeking the truth and speaking the truth. You be vigilant and you vote. They are unmasking themselves rapidly. And as long as you get the word out, there is no place for them to hide. By their actions, you will know them. And we do have a choice. It's up to you, not the elites, to choose. And the time to choose is a week from tomorrow. Back in a minute. I have to tell you, I saw a video, yesterday, and I hope this thing goes viral, because I love this. There was a crowd of about 300 that turned out for a debate in Illinois, the 8th Congressional District. It happened last week. The most interesting part happened before the debate even started. The moderator of the debate was Kathy Tate Bradish. She was about to kick off the debate when someone suggested that they recite the Pledge of Allegiance. After all, taking place in a high school or student involvement, still America. There were no video cameras allowed, but someone did have a cell phone and they were rolling digital tape. In this, you're going to see Republican candidate Joe Walsh. Watch what happens.
I'm sorry, do I have a point of order?
Are we going to say the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, we are not. That's not part of the proposal tonight. Excuse me. I have absolutely nothing for or against saying the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of something like this, but in fact, that has never been part of...
Okay. All right. Let me start here. First of all, who's neutral on the Pledge of Allegiance? Hey, I'm neither for it or against it. I mean, what good reason is there to not to say it in this setting? Well, Kathy Tate Bradish, the moderator, tried to defend herself after the crowd recited the pledge, and then she tried to scold them. She knows better, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that will be the last time that I am disrespected. There is certainly no disrespect. Excuse me. There is no disrespect to the flag when something in a forum which does not typically begin with Pledge of Allegiance doesn't begin with it. There is no disrespect intended.
Oh, what a bunch of hogwash. Listen to the arrogance. She sounds like a teacher. Oh, she is. I wonder if she's part of the teachers union. Anyway, children, you will not disrespect me. Oh, is that what she's worried about? Really? Huh. Now, the Illinois League of Women Voters jumped to the moderator's defense. Executive Director Jan Zarnick, notice she has Czar in her last name, is calling this phony patriotism by supporters of candidate Joe Walsh in order just to bully the organization. What does that really say about your organization when someone's saying, hey, can we say the Pledge of Allegiance is considered a setup? And I'm the paranoid one. Are they violating some sort of principle by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? Why would you do say it. But that's not where the story ends. Sure, it ends that way for everybody else, but not on this program. We wanted to look at the moderator, Kathy Tate Bradish from the League of Women's Voters. Oh, she sounds so neutral and everything. She's even neutral on the pledge, apparently. Just a typical woman voter trying to get the truth out. Not so much. She's on fire for Obama. She's a big-time Obama supporter. In fact, so much so, she's part of his Organizing for America arm. What? She's even hosted a campaign event at her home in 2007, part of her post on OFA's Organizing for America website, Hope, Action, Change. On March 31st, people across America opened their homes to friends, families, neighbors to kick off a week of support for a movement for Barack Obama and a movement to change America. That's great. I didn't know the change is, meant to abandon the pledge, but hey. Now, what about Jan Zarnick? Just another regular woman voter from the League of Women Voters. Well, and she also worked with Acorn's Project Vote, which is funded by Tides and Soros, his Democracy Alliance, which she also worked with the Progressive People for the American Way, which is a group that recently joined Tides to call for the advertisers to stop advertising on Fox because of this program, which is also funded by George Soros. It's weird, isn't it? They're so neutral that it's almost like they're not. They're so neutral that they're almost like in bed with George Soros and Tides. America. I mean, all you have to do, all this stuff can be found. It's not hidden. It's not hidden. It's all the same people. You're being duped. You got to get out and flood the voting booths next week. Do your own homework. Don't take my word for it. Don't take the League of Women Voters. Oh, really? I'll add that to my list of people that I don't trust anymore. I mean, all of this you can do on your own. Don't you look to me or anybody else to tell you, but don't take things at face value anymore. There are some people that you can trust. But then see what they're facing. Coming up. We are now 8 days away from the midterms. The latest Rasmussen poll shows only 30% of voters think the country is headed in the right direction. The Washington power brokers are telling you, just as they did the last time we faced a crisis this big, that it's the last regime's fault. FDR did that for years. It's Herbert Hoover's fault. This is an actual book issued by the business leaders. The business leaders, these were the biggest and the brightest in business at the time. And they wrote this. There's only 2 copies. One of them is in one of the main museums. It's disintegrating on me. In Washington, D.C., and this is the other one. One, it was made for Roosevelt, and this is the other guy at the table, Jesse Jones. This is the business leader. In this, it says, quote, "The nation is now at the most important and crucial crossroad. Decisive action on the part of government, industry, and finance will decide whether we are going to go forward into an era of tremendous prosperity or whether the present vicious circle is to continue on the road that may lead to anywhere. It is recovery and re-election or radicalism." They were worried about radicals at the time. Sound familiar? This is the exact same playbook. They are blaming the mess inherited when in fact they are the majority party now for 4 years. Let's just look at the economic turndown that we're in now. When did it begin? 3 years ago. I mean, the seeds had been laid for a very long time. But Barack Obama continues to claim that he inherited massive out-of-control spending. Well, we decided to look today. How many of those spending bills did he vote against? 1. As you consider the election next Tuesday, ask yourself, where are we headed? Big picture, big picture. Don't talk to me about the small things. Where are we headed? I thought of this question. Somebody asked me over a year and a half ago, Glenn, how do we get out of it? Where do we go? This has taken me over a year to put together. This is my latest book. It comes out tomorrow. It's called Broke. Our nation is broken. And there are no easy answers. None. If you look at this up here, what is this? Do you even recognize what this is? Which districts are these? Well, they're not districts, actually. They're not districts. If you put them back together, you'll see that it's not a district. You just don't recognize it anymore. That's the real problem here. How do we even put it back together? How do we even put it back together? That's the real trick. It ain't easy. Yeah, go ahead, laugh all you want. It ain't easy.